Hello all, and welcome to Explained with Dylan. Some shocking news coming out of the United Kingdom yesterday, and I'm sure you guys have all heard it by now, but Queen Elizabeth II has died. Before I get to the main subject of today's video, I'm going to talk about the Queen. Queen Elizabeth II was the longest tenured reigning monarch of the United Kingdom's history and the second longest in world history. She was first coronated at age 25 and was the Queen of the United Kingdom until her death. She was the Queen of the United Kingdom for 70 years, 214 days. She had 4 children with her husband, Prince Philip. Now that she has passed away, King Charles III is now the King of England. But there is a strong case that many are making to completely abolish the monarchy in the UK. So that's what I'm going to cover today. Should the United Kingdom still have a monarchy? There are many drawbacks to still having a monarchy in the United Kingdom. Simultaneously, though, there are plenty of benefits as well, such as the fact that the royal family provides tons of tourism for the United Kingdom. Tons and tons and tons of people want to see the royal family or want to see Buckingham Palace. They want to see the whole ordeal, which is great for the United Kingdom's economy because that is half the reason tourists come there. There's not a ton to do in the United Kingdom, but seeing all the historical landmarks, including everything to do with the royal family, is a great thing to do. On the other hand, the United Kingdom taxpayers are the ones that are paying for the royal family. Like I just mentioned, the royal family helps the economy quite a bit, but the taxpayers still have to pay for the vast majority of it. The royal family's tourism doesn't give back to what the taxpayers have to pay for them to do. And that right there would be the biggest knock on the royal family. That is most people's biggest argument for why the royal family should be abolished. Why is the average United Kingdom citizen going and paying for a big rich family? And it's a good question, but at the same time, this family has done plenty for you guys over centuries and centuries and centuries. So it doesn't hurt to give back a bit. But at the same time, you're still paying for quite a bit there. The biggest pro of having the British monarchy is that people like the royal family. It's plain and simple. As part of the Constitution, and as a Canadian, then it's nice to have the face of the royal family. And I'm obviously not even in the UK. That would be the biggest thing there. The royal family are always generous. They go around and visit everyone. People just like the royal family as a whole. They seem like good people. Obviously, most people haven't met them, but they seem like extremely nice people, and they're a historical face of the United Kingdom. The problem is that with every benefit, there is a disbenefit. And that is a word I did not know existed 20 minutes ago. With the death of Queen Elizabeth II, like I mentioned, it is now King Charles III as the head of the royal family. The problem is that, let's just say he's had his fair share of controversies. And so much of the royal family has now. The Queen was great. Everyone loved the Queen. But King Charles III has had many controversies throughout his lifetime. And even if you skip him, then Prince William has had plenty of controversies as well. So it's not the easiest decision to love the royal family when you look at some of the things they have done as of recent. At the same time, they still seem like great people. So it's really tough to say what side you're going to be on here. Do you like the royal family, or do you think they're just a bunch of people that the British taxpayers are paying for? It's really tough to say. There's a very heated debate going on about it. I think the best thing the royal family has going for them is the fact that it would be extremely difficult to abolish the monarchy. You see, there are so many possessions that are both possessions of the United Kingdom and possessions of the royal family. What do you do with all those? Take Buckingham Palace, for instance. The royal family are the ones that built it years and years and years ago. But, technically, it's also property of the United Kingdom. So what do you do with that? It's not like the United Kingdom can just go and say, hey, we're taking this away from you. Because, imagine this. Your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great, you get where I'm going with this, grandparents built a house. Now it's a couple hundred years later, and you still live in that house. The government can't take that away from you. The house is your property. Unless your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents sold the house, or someone along the line between them and you sold the house, then it's still your house. So, no one can take away that house from you, because it's your house. And that's exactly the position that the royal family would be in. Buckingham Palace is their house. Technically, it's also property of the United Kingdom, but the royal family built Buckingham Palace. It's their house, so no one can legally take that away from them. And let's just say that the United Kingdom would not want to lose Buckingham Palace. You see, it is the center of all the royal family's tourism. So many people visit Buckingham Palace. That's where people are visiting. So, if the royal family managed to keep Buckingham Palace, they could technically still run it as a tourist entity. There would be nothing stopping them for that. So even if it's not the house of the queen, the house of the king anymore, then it's still a huge historical landmark that so many monarchs have lived in before. So it would still be a really cool place to visit, and it would still draw tons of tourism. But the UK wouldn't get any of that money from the tourism. Obviously, other things would play into it. With so many people visiting, then they'd still pay taxes in the United Kingdom, and that would boost the United Kingdom's economy. But Buckingham Palace directly would not provide any boost to the economy whatsoever for the United Kingdom, and that would be a huge loss for them. So when you start to look into how much work it would be and how long it would take to figure out who owns what, the royal family or the United Kingdom, and how hard it would be to divide everything the royal family owns to either the United Kingdom or for them to keep, I don't think it's worth it, personally. Many people have so many different opinions, but ask yourself that question. Is it really worth it? After all that, if you don't like the royal family, do you dislike them so much that you want to go through all that work, take so long for them just to be abolished? It seems quite excessive to do all that just for a royal family that's been running fine, and it's going to keep running fine. There's nothing stopping it. There's no roadblocks. It's just going to keep going smoothly. Once King Charles III dies, then it will pass on to William. And then from there, probably George. We don't know what will happen exactly, but that's likely what's going to happen. And then from there, it would go to George's kids, and etc. So, there's nothing stopping it. It seems like it would be easiest for it just to keep going. But, again, some people would be responding yes to that question. They might dislike the royal family so much that it would be worth it. It'd take plenty of time, plenty of effort, but it would be worth it so that the average United Kingdom citizen does not have to pay so much in taxes. But the average United Kingdom citizen paid a net average tax rate of 23.7%. Meanwhile, here in Canada, the average Canadian citizen paid a net tax of 25.1%. That means that's simple math, obviously. Canadians are paying more in taxes than the British, which then makes you think the royal family's not that crazy expensive. They have plenty of properties, they have plenty of things, they're paying a lot for themselves. So even if, yes, the British taxpayers do have to pay for the royal family does quite a bit of it on their own, and it's not like they're crazy with their spending. They go pretty easy on it. So it's not actually as bad as most people seem to think, the taxes in the United Kingdom from the royal family. So there you go. Those are all the benefits and disbenefits. I like that word. I'm going to keep using it. Of the monarchy, and if they should still have it today or not. So many people have very strong opinions of it. I am obviously not a citizen of the United Kingdom, so I don't have crazy strong personal opinions on whether they should keep the royal family or not. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in 2 weeks.